Right, so here we are on CJM Chrismore road trip. I'm here, well, with Bad Fuck Up UK is doing the driving because he's the only one who can out the two of us. And we're on our way to the first shop, which is Retro Gaming World in Stafford. We're going to try and do 5 shops today. We're going to move on to Halesowen, Entertainment World in Birmingham, Retro Reload in Stockport, and we're also going to try and do Level Up in Liverpool, so stay tuned. Right, so here we are coming up to the first gaming shop in not so sunny Stafford at the moment. It's Retro Gaming World. I pretty much cleaned the shop out last time, so I'm not expecting too much in here, to be honest, but we shall have to see. You never know, I might still pick up a gem or two. So if you want to know where it is, I think it's Eastgate Street we're on, and it's Stafford. So here it is, just coming up on the right, Retro Gaming World. So let's go in and have a look. Okay, so we've just left Retro Gaming World in Stafford. There was about 5 games I actually needed there, to be honest, but unfortunately, as is the usual now, they had no manuals. They were boxed but no manuals. But I did make a purchase, my 400th Sega Mega Drive game. Here it is. You can see it in the light. Star Control. It if you can see from the price tag, it's quite bright, but let's just get in on it, zoom in. It was £32.99, but I managed to get it for 30, so I'm not too fussed. £3 off. And we're on to the next shop. We're now on our way to Vintage Gamer in Halesowen, so we'll catch you all in a bit. So here we are. We've just stopped to get some fuel. We're just still on our way to Vintage Gamer in Halesowen. I should have put it up a bit higher, shouldn't I? We're just on the way to Vintage Gamer in Halesowen. I'm here with, of course, Bad Fuck Up UK. He's just getting some petrol and hoping to get, well, I know there's a couple of games for me at Vintage Gamer, and then we're on to Entertainment World. So it's shaping up to be the start of an eventful day. So here we are, just walking up Collygate in Cradley. Sort of classed as Halesowen, but I think it's more Cradley. And we're just walking up to Vintage Gamer. So we'll have to see what Nick's got in for me today. He's promised me that he's got Exo Squad, I think, and Jordan versus Bird. So I'm going to pick those two up and hopefully have a rummage through his stock and see what he's got. He's a good lad, Nick. He's doing me some good deals. And here's his shop, just coming up on the right hand side. So let's just have a look. Here we are at Vintage Gamer. Let's go in and have a. So here we are in Vintage Gamer. Let's just show you the Mega Drive collection.
Crazy.
I literally put them a couple of videos of not putting them on any pages, not putting on eBay, not doing anything, and people are approaching me, word of mouth.
I can imagine, yeah, with a bundle that size.
That's the way I'm keeping it, like, because he owes me 23 grand.
Yeah,
so,
I don't doubt it, pal. It's a fucking big bundle that was.
Yeah, if
too
you
big
want to
for
look
me.
at anything, you're more than welcome.
Very few people can handle a bundle that size. Maybe the Panda in Bradford, something like that.
As you can see, quite a decent Mega Drive stock.
Had to be done, I couldn't miss out on that.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Still don't know if I'm going to make anything or not, but
I think you will. I think you will.
I predicted 35 back, but
There's your Master System.
Yeah, but you don't get it overnight, do you?
no, it's going to be a year, 2
Yeah,
years. Actually, speaking of the Panda, you put one of them in Zelda Majora Mask on it.
Yeah, that fucking Batman.
I'm here with Bad Fuck Up UK, doing the driving as usual. I am trying to co-coordinate, log my games, and find out where we're going. So, anyway, we've been to Vintage Gamer in Halesowen area, and main buy was Exo Squad. I'm just trying to give you a clear shot of it. Got it for 40 quid. Quite pleased with it. You don't really see it very often, and I needed it for the collection. So it's one of the, I would say, one of the rarer titles that are more affordable that I still got to get. So we've got that one. We've also got quite cheap, was trying to get the good light in it again for you, NFL Quarterback Club. That was only £4. A couple more. We've got I wish it was Lakers versus Celtics, but it's Jordan versus Bird. and also Bulls versus Blazers. So there you go, they're the pickups. We're on the way to Entertainment World now, so we'll catch you all in a bit. Okay, so here we are in Birmingham, we're on the outskirts, and we're just going up to a place called Entertainment World. Hoping to get a few games here. I believe we've got some high-end stuff, so let's go and take a look and see what they've actually got inside Entertainment World. Okay, we're back on the road. We've not long left the Birmingham area. We've been to Entertainment World. Absolutely excellent shop. Didn't have much Mega Drive stuff for me, unfortunately. Good selection, but I'd actually got them all. I'm going to just show you a few of them. Probably the best purchase I had was this one, WrestleMania, the arcade game. I think he charged me £12 for that one. I've not seen that anywhere, so I'm really pleased to get that one. That was one tick off the list. Fantasia, £6 or £8, I can't remember now, but that's one I've been after for a while. It's eluded me and I'm not sure why, because it's not that rare a title. And another one to tick off the list is Test Drive 2 and The Duel. So 3 games there, another 30 quid spent. So we've now got, I think we're on to 407 games or something like that. So the list is gradually growing. Like I say, we're on the way to Stockport now to Retro Rebel, and then on the way to level up, I think it is in Liverpool, if we can do it. It's going to be very tight, so stay tuned. From me, Chris Moore, and Bad Fuck Up UK, live on the road trip. Okay, we're back again. We just stopped for a quick piss break actually at Sandbach Services. We're almost, well, I think we're about 45 minutes from Stockport. So like I said, we just stopped for a quick break, and we'll be back on the road again soon, so catch you all in a minute. Well, I think we just picked the right time to use the services, because there's just been several coachloads of OAPs turn up. So Tim, as you can see, Bad Fuck Up UK is already on the march up to the car. So looks like we're going to get back on the road. We're going to get to Retro Rebel in Stockport, and we're going to go to Level Up in Liverpool. It's actually turned into a nice day again now. It's been very warm, so it's going to be hot in that shop, so time to get back on the road. So here we are at Retro Reload. We're going to go in and take a look and see whether they've got any Mega Drive games here in sunny Stockport. Well, we've just been to Retro Reload in Stockport, not Retro Rebel, or was it Retro Rebel? I can't remember. Anyway, the game shop in Stockport. Unfortunately, there wasn't any titles for me, so we're going to go on to the final shop. Let's go on to Liverpool and see whether we have some better luck there. And we're back, we're on the way still to Level Up in Liverpool. Disappointed still about Retro Reload in Stockport. It was a nice little shop, had some vinyl in there and some games, but unfortunately I'd got every single Mega Drive game apart from 2, and I hadn't got manuals, so I couldn't take those unfortunately. But just going back to Entertainment World earlier, I managed to find these little babies, some Roy of the Rovers comics. Got Best of the Roy of the Rovers monthly number 2, number 16, and a holiday special. And I was reading an interesting article in here actually about football from days gone by, well, the Euro '88. I'm just going to read you a little bit of it. I can remember where it was. And it was, yeah, there's got a picture of Gary Lineker on there. The Germans are of course managed by one of their ex-world class stars, Franz Beckenbauer, a winner of every top honour at club and country level. His nation have clinched the championship twice and have been beaten finalists once. Don't anyone be filled by the transitional stage they're going through. They've got stars like Lothar Matthäus, Klaus Augenthaler, Rudi Völler, Pierre Litzbarski and Olaf Thon can really turn it on. Italy will boost their dangerous spearhead of Gianluca Vialli, Alessandro Ortabelli, which is there next to Billy's boots. The Danes will parade World Cup favourites like Michael Laudrup, Preben Elkjær, Soren Lerby and the seemingly indestructible defender and skipper Morten Olsen, but Spain's super striker Emilio Butragueño could end up top scorer in the tournament. And going quickly on to England, all eyes will be on England's Brian Robson, and in particular Gary Lineker, and John Barnes has the talent to destroy Europe, but will he rise to the occasion? And then before we finish the article, it goes on to mention about the Dutch, saying the Dutch have the ever dangerous front runner Marco van Basten and his AC Milan teammate Ruud Gullit. Gullit is the current European Footballer of the Year and could be the competition's most outstanding player. It's interesting reading back actually for the old football days, the good days of years gone by. As you see, you've got Gary Lineker there, Oleg Brogin from Russia, there's Butcher Granio from Spain, and of course Rudy Voller from West Germany. The good old days. So yeah, I was quite pleased to get those comics, Roy the Rovers Holiday Special and Roy the Rovers Monthly, all for the sum of 0p. So anyway, we're heading into Liverpool now. I think we're guessing about 25 miles outside of Liverpool. So there'll be more footage shortly, as and when we find the shop. So catch you soon. Just coming into Liverpool now, about 2 miles out of the centre. I'm not sure where we are. I think we're sort of near Stockport area, or we're coming up to it anyway. Sort of like any city or town centre, the outskirts. A lot of it looks a bit run down really, but I'm sure it's a very nice place. Literally 2.1 miles away from Level Up, which is the shop we're going to. Hoping to get some good Mega Drive games. What do you reckon, Tim?
Hopefully she'll have something for you, Ben.
I hope so. I have no idea where we are, so we're just relying on the sat nav at the moment. Still about 2 miles out. More fucking traffic. It's a nightmare, isn't it? What do you reckon?
It'll get easier.
We're now literally 1.3 miles from the destination. We're moving very slowly. I don't reckon I've ever been to Liverpool once before, so I don't actually.
Straight on.
Venturing left now where that white van's going, I think.
Wonderful, top stuff. Wonderful.
Yeah, we're literally just over a mile away from the destination now, so we've got to keep our wits about to try and find the place, and more importantly, try and park. University. What's this place here? Don't know that place. It's very much like London-esque, that does. Coming into Liverpool now, we're literally about half a mile from the destination. I have no idea what these buildings are in front of me, but I should probably know. My history's abysmal. Good old sat nav getting us there. So we just arrived at Liverpool, just got the car ticket. We're now going to go and try and find where the shop is. So I better get my arse in gear. And here we are at Level Up in Liverpool. How do we get into the shop? Looks a big shop. No. Maybe, I think it's the other way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. Nice place, isn't it? Got all the comics and everything. I think here we go, here's Level Up. So here we are in Level Up in Liverpool. I'm just going to give you a quick scan of the shop and the shelves, and got a hell of a lot of stock here. PlayStation, Sega, Xbox, my favourite Mega Drive. If you have a look at the Saturn and the Mega Drive. It's a great shop, it's got loads of games. You've even got some Spectrum stuff over here, which is something maybe I should look at as well. Plenty of Spectrum, got your Amstrad, you got your old titles such as Jet Set Willy. Big box games. And loads of comics. They've even got Wii stuff. So yeah, this is good stuff here. They've even got a couple of Mega CD titles. Dragon's Lair, that's a pretty rare one. So yeah, let's go and buy some games. Right, we're in the Mersey Tunnel at the moment. As you know, we've just, visited Level Up Games in Liverpool. 2 purchases for me, if you can see them, because it's a bit dark in here. We've got Buck Rogers, Countdown to Doomsday, and Joe Montana Football, which is quite a generic title, but it's one I've been after. It's too dark for you to see these in here without the flash on, so I'm just going to concentrate on the tunnel for the moment. But yeah, a little disappointed Level Up only had 2 games for me, but it's a very good shop. Plenty of different formats there: Spectrum, Commodore, Amstrad. You got Wii, Xbox, PlayStation, Sega. Didn't see too much Nintendo. I actually don't know if there was Nintendo there actually, but there was there? But I didn't take too much notice of that. But Yeah, there was a game I didn't get a hook, which I nearly bought, but it didn't have a manual, so that was another one missed. But 10 games today on the road trip, 10's better than none, and 10 games closer to completing the full PAL set, which is going to be a mammoth task now, because it's getting really difficult now to actually find the games in the shops. So I think we're up to, was it either 409 games or 410 games, something like that, 409 games I think. So, you know, we're getting there slowly but surely. Still here with Bad Fuck Up UK, if you can see him driving. And we're on the way to the hotel, which tonight is the Village in Wirral. But we're going to stop in the centre and just seeing some of the stag and hen do's kind of thing, mainly hen do's actually, but it might have been quite lively to stay in Liverpool tonight, but you live and learn, and looks like we're watching the Champions League football instead. So yeah, it's been a great road trip, and keep watching. So still on our journey to the Village Hotel, which is just coming up on our left. Looking forward to getting a few pints down our necks tonight. Watch the footy, have a meal, sing some lager. Here we come. 6 miles out of the centre. It does look nice.
Better than that option.
Yeah, better than the Travel Lodge. Probably a bit more expensive. Just coming on. So what they've got here, got a Victory Pub, Buca di Beppo Italian restaurant, and here we are. Well, we're going to park an hour now, but
Fuck knows. We'll find somewhere.
always busy on a Saturday. Okay, so we're now back from the road trip, which we did. We started off in Stafford, went to Halesowen. We went on to Entertainment World in Birmingham, Stockport, and ended up in Liverpool. Now I'm back home. I thought I'd show you the pickups again, a bit clearer now, hopefully on the camera. In no particular order, we got Joe Montana football, £3 that was, so quite a generic title, but I was really pleased to get that one for the collection. Not one you see very often, Buck Rogers, Countdown to Doomsday. That was actually £9.99, but you know, it's another good purchase. Another Mega Drive / Genesis kind of title, Test Drive 2 the Duel. Not a big fan of these kind of packaging that they sort of brought out as a, you know, a joint Genesis Mega Drive release, I think. But no, I prefer the standard boxed. Pleased to get this one. I got this one from Entertainment World, WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. Not really seen that anywhere else, to be honest. Another generic title, but it's been eluding me for a while, Fantasia, which was £6. That was another Entertainment World buy. Good old Nick at Vintage Gamer knocks another one off the list for me with NFL Quarterback Club. I think that was £4. Yep, £3.99. Bulls versus Blazers, another fairly generic title, but you know, it's another one to tick off the list, so it can't be bad. Only a few to go now. We've got another Mega Drive / Genesis release. 30 quid this cost me from the retro game shop in Stafford. Managed to knock about £3 off it, but retro gaming world. But yeah, it's another one to knock off the list kind of thing. Not really seen that anywhere else before either. Another one from Nick at Vintage Gamer, Jordan versus Bird. This is probably the most, well, it was the most expensive buy of the road trip. It was Exo Squad, which is, I'll show you this, it's fairly, I would class as decent mint condition if I could show you on the camera. I may have paid slightly over the odds. I paid 40 quid for it, but you know, it's one of the rarer titles, one of the more, let's say one of the more affordable rarer titles that I actually need. So there you have it. We did a road trip. We started off, just to recap again, we started off at Retro Gaming World in Stafford. We moved on to Vintage Gamer in sort of Cradley, Halesowen area. We went on to Entertainment World in Birmingham. First time I've ever been there, to be honest. Entertainment World, a lot of good stock, a lot of vinyl, a lot of games, figures. Just the only problem was I got most of them. In fact, I had virtually all of the Mega Drive stock, but we still managed a few purchases in there. Very friendly bunch of staff. Said they'll look out for games for me, etc, etc. Really good visit. We then went on to, I can't actually remember the name of it we went to now. I think it's Retro Reload, which are in Stockport. They were at Play Expo recently. I did buy a few games off them then. Guy was really friendly again, let me look through his cases. I looked all on the shelves. There was a couple of games I needed, but they didn't have manuals, so unfortunately I couldn't do a buy from them at all. I was a bit disappointed there, to be honest, but it was on the way up to where we went next, which was Level Up in Liverpool. Again, great stock. If you're into your comics, your Marvel comics, your DC, perhaps, they've got what appears to be a good range of those. They've got memorabilia, figures. They've got, like, you know, your usual, your Sega, your Nintendo, even Spectrum, Commodore, Amstrad, PlayStation, Xbox, loads of Blu-rays, DVDs. Managed to get a few buys from them, not as many as I would have liked, but you know, it was a productive road trip. It's getting tougher now to find the games, which is getting a bit of a ball ache, to be honest. I think I'm going to have to start looking on eBay. There's a few retro shops we've still got to try, but it's really getting hard to find the games now. People seem to be holding on to them. I'm getting so close now to edging ever closer to a full set, which is going to be tough, but let's see whether I can do it. I hope you've enjoyed the road trip video. It's the first time I've sort of took a camcorder out with me. I'm not quite sure how it's come out. I hope it doesn't come out too bad, because when you're holding the camcorder yourself and you've only got a little screen to look out of and it's bright outside, it's difficult to see how clear it out or how dark it's come out. But I hope you've enjoyed the road trip, so stay tuned for the next instalment from me, Chris Moore, CJM, and thanks to Bad Fuck Up UK for driving me there. So stay tuned for the next instalment on my YouTube channel.